Hello, Weebs and Normies. Welcome to the Anime Club. I'm Graham.
And I'm George.
All right, another episode of Jujutsu Kaisen. But George,
oh boy, dude.
Before we begin,
Yes.
this week, oh boy, I was going to say if you're watching on the public YouTube release, but there's only one release for this.
Yes.
We have this week, we've got the premium voting. So if you are a member of the YouTube channel or if you're a member on Patreon, please go to Patreon for the Patreoners. And for the YouTube membership, you have to go to the Discord to do it there. And it's a little bit more annoying, I know, but you have to link your account and all that stuff. But you can vote there as well. We've got some awesome anime coming up for the Tuesday slot. We're very excited to see what gets voted on. So please check that out as a little announcement. Also, George, I am not the same Graham that I was last week when we originally watched season 3. Yes,
I have changed
watched,
man.
That's right. I've watched two different recap videos. One that was like on the shorter 30 to 40 minute side, and another one that was like 2 hours long. I didn't watch the whole thing in the 2 hours one. I actually just like skipped to the season 2 stuff. But I watched the full thing of the shorter one. So I'm not going to say I'm a Jujutsu Kaisen lore specialist or anything, but I'm certainly feeling much more adapted to what's going on than I did before.
Okay.
I even watched episode 1 and 2 of season 3 again in my own time.
Smart. Okay.
Which was quite nice. There was even some stuff that I reacted to. Like I thought they were divvying up the Zenin clan stuff between the three of them. Like one person is the head, the other person gets the assets, and the other person gets they have to have like the permission of all three of them to like make it all work. But the head guy became the head. He got the assets, Noya, and the other two have to give him agreements in order to use those things. So they still have to.
Okay.
It was what I thought, but kind of in a different way. So it was kind of funny that I was right in a wrong way. I actually really
gist.
Yeah, I got the gist of it. I actually really liked Noya's accent. Now that I listened to it a second time, I was like, I don't know if this is like Kanto accent because I'm not really familiar with Kanto accent super well. But I just like really like the way his Japanese sounds. It's like really great. It makes me almost want to like I don't even know Japanese well, so it's like
I don't know at all. So like I couldn't even tell he had an accent. But
it makes me want to be like, oh, I'd love to learn how to speak with a Kanto accent and some of the like verbiage that they use. I don't even know proper Japanese yet, so probably a little bit too far. But yeah, so I'm all ready and hyped, George, for Jujutsu Kaisen this week. I'm freaking pumped.
So. Okay, well, now, Mr. Change Graham, what do you think is going to happen this episode? We're here already. We're moving at like 1,000 miles an hour in frickin' Jujutsu Kaisen.
Yes, that's a good point.
So, yeah, we're already here.
Tengen was going to become something. It seems like this is the thing that Tengen was potentially going to become. Now, originally, everyone was saying Tengen was a he, but it seems like this Tengen might be a she now. They've like transformed potentially because of the voice that we heard last time. So there might be like, this might be a whole new Tengen that we have never like possibly anticipated. So I don't know. Like this is going to be freaking a crazy episode. It's amazing that we got 2 episodes and now this is like the third one. It's like the 3 rule. Frickin' for all the anime, right? The third episode's the game changer, right? So I don't know. I feel like we're still gonna get the culling game in full. I get now that like a lot of normal people have had their powers awakened, and a lot of people have become vessels and stuff. And so last time there were a bunch of comments, super helpful comments, by the way, last week's episode about Megumi's sister. He's not doing the culling games for him. Yeah. He's doing it because his sister is implicated in this game by becoming a vessel like Itadori is. So like what's that all about? What does that mean? They become vessels for these like potential other sorcerers, or they're just like vessels in general, so they're crazy strong, kind of like Itadori was. So I don't know, man.
Another thing too that I understood after the fact, I don't know if I saw it in our comments or on our Discord or where, but I saw a thing talking about how when you lose your curse technique, you die. It's not like as if you just lose it and you just, keep going without it. It's so integral to your brain or whatever that like
Sure.
without it, it's you basically die. So
Crazy, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, so there's still a lot on the table. I mean, Noya is still out there, potentially. Like, I don't think he died. There's still that situation,
True.
right? So, like, we don't know what's going to happen with him. He still wants to cause trouble with Megami, so they've got to deal with that.
I wonder if he follows them. Yeah, he follows them into a thing, into a colony, and
Sure. 100%.
gets roped into the games, maybe. Yeah.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's really interesting. There's a lot of moving parts. It was funny. I was going to go watch like a free run one summary, and then I thought free run's so much of an easier series, which we're going to watch tomorrow. But like, man, there's so much going on with Jujutsu Kaisen. It's actually so
It's
crazy.
dense. It's dense, dude.
It's so good. But
right.
well, without further ado, let's
I'm excited, bro.
see what's going on.
Okay.
All right.
Let's do it. Michizani.
Yeah, I noticed that too. I wasn't sure.
Tomb of the Star.
Kenjaku. Oh. What's that?
Oh.
Oh, frick. What? Okay, so Kenjaku
she thought-
is Noritoshi Kamo.
Yeah, it's a
So
brain
that's
guy.
the original.
Yes.
So Kamo was
Noritoshi
like
Kamo.
a notorious sorcerer, and he kind of became famous, but that's not necessarily when it all started, right? Like, that was just like a character that the brain happened to get into and then do some crazy stuff.
Yeah,
and he
true.
got
We don't know if he
notable.
started as that. Yeah.
Right,
Yeah,
that's
it
what
could
I'm
have been
thinking.
Yeah. And
Okay,
this is
so-
also the same name as I hate when they do this, not always, but like in Japanese, it makes it so much harder when they have two characters with the same name.
Oh,
Because I think this is the name of the dude with the blood manipulation.
you might be right. You might be right.
The Kyoto school? I
In the
think it is?
Kyoto school? Yeah, you might be
Kyoto,
right,
yes.
I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to look at the intro of how she introed everyone here. There's the child of Zenin. That's Mai, right? Not Maki. Is it Maki? No, it's Maki. Yeah, it's Maki.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Maki because Mai's the other girl. We don't know exactly what her status is right now. Then there's descendant of Michizane. That's
Cursed womb death painting. Yeah. That's the name of the mom then. Michizani.
no.
Right?
Descendant of Michizane is frickin' Yuji. No, not Yuji.
Chozo?
Is it Yuji? Yuto. No. These are three. This is three titles here.
Oh, these are three titles of the same
three.
thing?
Yeah. These are three titles of three different people she's addressing.
Oh,
right
yeah.
here.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Yeah, you're right.
Right.
You're right.
Child
I
of
see the comma.
Zen is Maki. Descendant of Michizane is, what's his name? Yuto? It's Yuto, right? With
Yuta.
Rika? Yuta?
Yeah, Utah.
Yeah, it's.
Yes.
I think that's Yuta. Like, we know that he's got some kind of background, right? He's a descendant of someone really powerful.
Yeah,
right? That's
true,
how he was.
True.
He was part of a line of people who were really powerful, and then that's why he was able to curse Rika, and she became because they were part of a family that was like really powerful, but they didn't know that they were sorcerers essentially, right? So he cursed her by accident. So Michizane, whoever the frick that is, some super powerful guy at some point maybe, and then curse womb death painting.
That's Chozo.
That's Chozo. And then the vessel of Sukuna. So that means she's already met Yuki, which she just said, and then Megami.
True. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That's the implication.
Unless, yeah, actually, she didn't say children of Zenin. She said child of Zenin. Right?
True. In Japanese, there is no different. There is a little bit, but there's generally no differentiation between like plural and singular.
Oh.
So it
might
possible,
be a mistranslation, maybe?
Could be. It could be.
Okay.
Yeah, it's hard to say. Not necessarily a mistranslation, but like a translation that you couldn't know. Like you literally wouldn't be able to know.
Yeah.
Right? So they probably played it safe here. Yeah. Interesting. Everyone's reaction to this is really wild.
Yeah.
Holy frick. So we've been pausing a lot, but
yes.
this show is so dense and we're like so caught up now with like stuff. So there's a lot to talk about. It's interesting to me that Tengen is being wary of Kenjaku.
Yeah.
Like Kenjaku,
she knows he's up to something because
possess.
I think Tengen is super old too.
For sure. Oh well,
and
for
so
sure we
is
know that.
Kenjaku, yeah,
right.
So
right.
like, you know, maybe they've had run-ins in the past, or who knows. But yeah, let's go through this and then let's come back and then let's analyze.
But I just wanted to say that like now this means like, okay, we know what Kamo's power is. So is Tengen afraid that Kamo would try and possess her,
take over?
Right. And then like if like these are like super old entities and like Tengen is generally on the side of good and Kamo is like the side of bad. These are like two warring ancient factions. And if one overtakes the other, it's like freaking you're in big trouble kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
So
out of compassion, rope of salvation.
That's she's extrapolating the name, the meaning of the name here. So the name of Kamo is broken down, the kanji is net of compassion and rope of salvation. Yeah.
Interesting.
So
okay.
This is a Japanese thing here.
True. No way.
Whoa.
That is such a cool freaking foil. The world itself.
What's happening?
Yeah, what has happened with the entrance there?
Something's wrong. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
What?
For what?
And guard me.
Dude, the entrance is totally gone. They don't have a choice.
Oh. No way, we're getting lore dump?
Whoa.
Let's go. This is amazing.
Refined through Maelstrom.
I think that was his final attack, right? Wasn't it? He had like a bunch of... I think that's what he did.
It would make sense if that was it, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, evolving people one person at a time with a curse technique is far too inefficient. I guess that's how the technique had to be used, huh? Okay, interesting. So there's got to be like a overall like technique that does it. Hold on. I want to see this again.
Okay. Yeah, so with the Star Plasma Vessel, you can assimilate, but you can't with just a regular person. But he wants to do it with everybody. If
Kenjaku becomes the Star Plasma Vessel, like takes the body, could he then... Assimilation would be possible into Tengen?
That's a good question. I don't know if that would be assimilation, though, or if that's more like overpowering through whatever his power is. I don't know if it'd be assimilation in the regular senses with the Star Plasma Vessel, right?
Yeah, because who wanted the Star Plasma Vessel dead? These two like A-B plots haven't really converged before, so I'm not really sure.
There was two people. There was the cult, and some other organization. And the cult worshipped Tengen as a god, and they thought that the Star Plasma Vessel would it wouldn't allow Tengen to evolve
into this, essentially.
Or her full godlike status, yeah.
Sure.
Whereas the cult, the organization, I think they just wanted Tengen dead, but I can't fully remember exactly.
Or they wanted the Star Plasma Vessel dead because they knew that Kenjaku could maybe use it to get to Tengen, potentially.
We don't know. I don't think we know if that organization was with them, but it's possible.
As a guess, yeah. And we don't even know if what I'm saying is correct in this whole assimilation thing, so. Okay, hold on. So assimilation with the Star Plasma Vessel was prevented.
You might be right. Maybe this was Kenjaku all along.
Well, hold on. Assimilation with the Star Plasma Vessel was prevented. So hold on. This is talking about Tengen. This has nothing to do with Kenjaku. I've inserted Kenjaku into this.
Yes.
This is just normal assimilation for Tengen.
Yes.
Yes. I think you were more correct on evaluating this here than I was, yeah. Yeah, so assimilation was prevented. Tengen's evolution, holy frick. They've been connected?
No way.
That's what's happening. Okay, so that then maybe Kenjaku wanted Tengen to evolve so that Tengen would connect with everyone to use then Tengen as a network. So now Tengen's worried that they're now connected with everyone.
Let's see. Let's see what. Yes, let's see.
Yeah.
It's just like a presentation.
My soul is everywhere.
What?
So, okay, so it's not about taking the brain. It's literally just assimilating. Anyone could do it.
He just wants to push humanity forward in this like weird, evil, chaotic way. Yeah, that's what his aim is, and so he's using Tengen to bring about that goal.
Right. So, so Kenjaku wanted the star vessel to die, so Tengen would evolve, so that then Kenjaku could assimilate with Tengen.
Yeah, I don't know if I think it's a fair assumption that he was kind of, the puppet master behind it, but we don't know explicitly yet.
Fair.
Yeah.
Yep.
But I think it's a good guess.
Yeah.
Oh, she would lose her reason?
Wait, lose or retain? I thought it was retain.
She's had it for now, but if she assimilates, I think she's about to say she'll lose her reason.
Okay, let me see. I just want to see this again. Apologies to everyone. We're really going deep on this fucking stuff here right now. People who assimilate with me now would become something more than a sorcerer. Okay.
Yeah, a new being that is both here, there, and not there. Some new version of human.
Yeah, so she said, I'm able to retain my shape and reason after evolving because of my barrier techniques.
Yeah, so the barrier she's put up, that's the only reason why she hasn't, like, dissolved into whatever, into the world.
Sure,
right?
Okay.
Oh. Oh, frick, dude.
Okay, hold on. This is really, what is this? So Kenjaku's objective, the evolution of mankind throughout all of Japan. How? Stimulate mankind with Tengen. Why?
Why? Unknown.
Unknown. Ooh, so much information here. Holy frick. She's more like a cursed spirit than a human. What the frick?
Yeah.
Geto's death, obtained cursed spirit manipulation, obtained idol transfiguration, the plasma that Tengen's evolution. Okay.
Dude, he has been the puppet master behind all this since the beginning.
Since
Holy
the beginning.
Crap, dude.
And he's been collecting. He's been collecting.
Thousands of years in the making. All freaking coming to fruition right now. That's wild.
So Kenjaku got a hold of Geto's body specifically to get a hold of the idol transfiguration and probably other potential powers, and then can now basically take Tengen because they're closer to a cursed spirit. So with Geto's power,
merge Tengen with humans, right?
Sure. Or just like control Tengen directly through Geto's power, right?
Maybe that too. Yeah.
Right, exactly.
There you are. No way, what?
And the 6 eyes.
That's Gojo.
Yeah, isn't? Oh, okay. These are the entities. Okay, yeah, got it, okay.
Yeah.
Are all connected by fate. What? Dude, what is the 6 eyes about, really?
I don't know.
I'm so freaking sorry. I need to read this again. Hold on. Oh, frick. Let me get this subtitle back here. Twice in the past, Kenjaku was stopped by the sorcerer with the 6 eyes.
Wow, dude.
Oh
no
my
way.
gosh,
So,
dude.
okay, he's tried this twice already. This is third time's a charm, dude.
No way. And he succeeded this time. He literally freaking succeeded in putting Gojo away. Gojo, what are you doing? What have you done, dude? You're freaking
I don't know,
nut.
dude. I don't know.
Frick. I didn't realize that the 6 eyes was this important to like history
The
and
whole
in
plan?
general.
Yeah.
I thought it was just
we knew only until now.
yeah, I thought it was just like a freaking powerful technique that like people have kind of known about, but it's like fundamental to freaking. This is like the Avatar or freaking Zelda and Link being
True.
reborn
A
through the
little bit
ages.
like that,
This is
yeah.
like a timeless
Yeah.
thing. Yeah, huh? Ceiling.
Yeah. Okay.
No freaking way. 2.
No, there can't be. There can't be 2.
Oh my gosh, Graham, reading
that's what-
comprehension, please.
Ah. Okay, we're gonna need to come back to this later. Let's keep it going, but
現時点では高確率で不完全なものとなるだろう。
because they're not strong enough, I guess.
プレイヤーの呪力とだがこれだけの儀式を成立させるために賢者自身も縛りを負っているはずだ。
Oh.
Yeah, so he's been doing that
True.
throughout the years.
Must accept any additional rule. This is the rule.
No
that
way. That mean somebody else before they made a pact, they're like, I'll accept your pact, but you have to include this.
No.
Oh, I wonder.
I wonder, but I think in order to do this, in order to make this like whole game and execute this thing, this was the stipulation that Kenjaku had to accept for his own technique to be able to work. Because there's kind of like a yin and a yang, right? Like if
yes,
you want to be
yeah.
able to do X, you got to have a Y sacrifice. And so the sacrifice was fine. I'll have a rule that people can frick with this whole thing as long as you let me have this whole thing happen. Kind of thing.
Okay.
I think.
Makes sense.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think.
That would be.
One of them is that Kenjaku
he can't
himself
be the
cannot
game
be
master.
Game master.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay, keep playing. Keep playing. Let's.
あの人がいれば一人で全て肩がつく
Possibly.
Yeah, possibly, right? Okay,
Okay,
create a
so
rule
this is
to
what they
escape
have
the
to do.
game and free Gojo. I had
Yeah.
originally put the rule making and the freeing Gojo as connected. They might still be at some point, but at least like we have these two freaking things. Interesting.
Yes.
So it's not creating a rule to end the game, but to escape the game.
Yeah, you could say me and these other 10 people that I name by name are now absolved from anything to do with the calling game, and then you're out.
You're
right?
out.
But you can't do it for everybody because
Sure.
then that stops the game from continuing. I wonder how technical you could get with this. Could you just say, let's say there's
Everyone
100 people
but
and you just
one?
leave just 2. You leave 2 people. That way the game can
Sure.
continue between them.
Yeah,
I
interesting.
wonder.
賢者がここに天元を狙ってくるならなおさらだ
ありが
Okay.
Ho, 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 ho.
これが
What,
Oh.
what?
五条
Is this the key?
の解放
The back.
そのために
What?
必要な獄門鏡裏だ
What, like a back door?
Yeah, like what?
Yeah,
He literally
exactly.
has a.
賢者に見つかる前獄門鏡は私の結界の外
No
No
way.
way. Interesting.
いやあくまで開門の権限は表の書
Dang!
Oh
that
my
sucks.
gosh, you're
So you have
kidding
to
me.
steal it though. All you have to do is steal it.
だが天野坂鉾は12年前五条悟が海外に封印したか破壊してしまった
Isn't it?
先生
What happened to that? Like, didn't he put it back in that worm thing that was around Toji,
Toji?
or no?
I don't know what. I don't remember that sword. Is this something that was off screen?
It's the sword. Yeah, it's the sword. You remember when they were like standing there after they came back and they just walked into the barrier or whatever, and he showed up and suddenly Gojo had like the sword through him.
Oh yeah, that was
It's-
that sword.
It's yes, because it canceled his like infinity
Right.
technique or whatever. And maybe that was a different sword, but it was a sword that was able to pierce through his infinity technique. I think the first one is because back then he still needed to do it manually, the infinity thing, and since Toji had 0 curse energy, they didn't sense him coming. But it was he did get stabbed with it at one point because it can break. It like,
I do
nullifies.
Yes, I do remember there was some point where they used a sword that like cut right through his freaking barrier.
Yes.
I do think the first time he was stabbed, though, he turned off the barrier and he got stabbed.
Yeah.
It wasn't
I think
because
that's what
of
it
that
was.
specifically, but I do remember later there was a thing with that. Do you remember the black rope?
I don't remember the black rope.
So
that might be a new thing.
It was a guy with shades. He had like a frickin' French hat, I think. And he was fighting in the movie with Gojo, and basically the rope like would cut right through the barrier. Like it was made over like a hugely long period of time, like many years it was like taken to make. But then even using it against Gojo's barrier caused the rope to like heat up and ignite, and it got destroyed in the fight with Gojo. It was effective against Gojo, kinda, but like, you know, it still broke, basically.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, whoop.
Go ahead. You unpause it. Oh, yeah, Miguel. Yeah, it was the black guy. Okay.
Yeah.
I remember who. Yes. No way.
This guy. Yes. They said it's gone.
Yeah.
He had it, but he was in on with the bad guy, so he lied. He got it, and then, you know.
Yeah, somehow he like came onto our side. I don't fully remember because him and maybe it was Utah who like convinced him to come over to our side because they were hanging out.
I don't remember that, but yeah, okay, that makes sense then. Okay.
Yeah.
Angel.
Oh. It looks
New
like an angel kind of.
Unlocked. Let's go. Can extinguish any other curse technique. She's like a nullifier. Anakurusu. So she's like got a nullifying technique. That's her technique.
Yeah. Her technique is to nullify techniques.
Oh, this is cool. All right. They just gotta find her and convince her.
Bro. 10 days. True. Good question.
Ending their life. You gotta kill other people, bro.
Yeah. Yes, I'm so glad he's asking this. I want to know.
What? Is it like an interface?
What the
no
frick?
way, what? So it officiates itself. I just gotta say, I gotta give a shout out to the frickin' animation studio. I don't know what this looked like in the manga, but the way they're kind of depicting all this with the side scroll onto the characters and the fricking like semi-inverted-ish colors and stuff is so fricking cool. This is a great way of showing all this off. It's really nice. Yeah, that's the point of the thing, right? Yeah, exactly. They have to do it that way. Exactly, because the game already does so much of what Kenjaku wants. In order for your sorcery to like work, you got to have some frickin' drawback.
Yeah, that's actually a really cool.
I love that
in-game thing. Yeah,
it's such a great way to do your power system.
Yeah, it's like the barriers in season 2. They were so strong because the thing holding them was in like a super obvious place to find. Right. So that's why they had like all the people like protecting them, right? Because it was like, that's like a really cool.
Or like a barrier that's so strong because it only does one thing. It just like keeps Gojo from leaving, right? That's the only thing the barrier does. Therefore, it's going to be insanely good at that one thing.
Yeah.
I have a few ideas. What does that frickin' mean?
Yeah, what is he? How does he think he can do this? I want to know how strong Yuki is.
Yuki is special grade like Gojo.
Oh, she is.
And yeah.
Okay, nice.
He's adoring.
True. True.
True.
What? Who's
I
that?
don't know. I don't know. I think they're teasing us with something.
Yuzo Kumiya.
Maki Zenin.
Kumiyas.
Juzo Kumiya Altier. Atelier.
Okay, that's
Retrieve
just somebody
cursed
else, then I
tools from the
guess.
Zenin clan. I'll enter the colony and participate in the games right away. So Maki's not going to participate at all?
I think she is, but she's gonna go get the because she doesn't have. She's kind of like Toji. She doesn't have cursed energy. She has to use cursed tools, right?
Oh, so she's going to go and get some tools for everyone, probably, kind of thing, or for herself, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Meet up with Panda. I really like One Piece manga does this as well, where they kind of like visually lay out like where characters are or what the plan and stuff is, so you can like easily follow along. It's like so underrated, man. This is so nice. And then she's gonna participate in the polling games. Okay. So you got to go together. Where they're thinking that having Okotsu near Itadori would keep Fushiguro safe, but it would be more efficient use of their forces for Okotsu to act alone. Yeah, that's
bro, exactly.
the whole point. Oh, frick.
There's another sorcerer that was suspended?
I guess. What?
No way!
That can't be true. What?
Bro.
Oh,
bro. Okay.
jeez.
Let's come back to this. We don't have time to read through this right now.
Okay.
We'll come back to this one.
Okay.
Yeah. Dang, dude.
Oh my gosh.
So
There's
much,
bro.
So
There's
much info. Yeah. Yeah, we'll come back to this after.
Holy frick, there's 3 of these. I think this is kind of all the stuff we kind of lay it out, but it would be good to go over. There's 4 of them. Oh my gosh. Aww. Aww.
Let's go, bro.
Let's go.
I like Chozo.
Yeah, me too.
No way he's crying. His little brother.
That's so funny.
Trying to do like stand up or something?
I guess.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's trying to
jeez.
stand up. It's kind of true, actually.
Yeah.
He's a calling game player. Oh, why are they
Fumihiko
highlighting him?
Takaba. I don't know. That's a freaking good question. It's over.
Breck, dude. Okay,
Breck.
let's go back real quick and read those panels. I know we're going to have a discussion about it, but I want to make sure we know we're 100% where...
Okay, so... So this is Kenjaku Objective Roadmap. So 12 years ago, Toji Zenin interfered, and Amanai Riko is murdered. She was the star plasma vessel, which has now been X'd out because she's gone.
Yes.
So they can no longer assimilate with Tengen, which means assimilation failed, and that leads to Tengen's evolution. 6 years ago, Kenjaku got the prison
realm.
And then on October 31st, sealed Gojo away, which leads to no more Six Eyes to then guard the plasma vessel, which ended up having the plasma vessel die. Okay, that makes sense.
So then Toji was actually like a
wild card.
This wasn't planned. Yeah, this unfortunately ended up working for Kenjaku's benefit, but it wasn't like he was behind all of this per se, right? Or at least not behind the Toji part of it all. Okay.
Right. The star plasma vessel kept going to Tengen because the Six Eyes could guard the star plasma vessel, right? They were all kind of connected together. Now, the plan was to put Gojo in the prison, which would allow them to take out Kenjaku to take out the star plasma vessel. But like you said, wildcard Toji came in and did it anyways, because he was just that freaking good. He couldn't be stopped.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's really interesting. But then the one who could stopping him was actually in the end the Six Eyes user, because Gojo ended up killing him anyways, right? Even though he was freaking basically unstoppable. Okay, so that means that Tengen's evolution becomes, let's move it down a little bit here. Tengen's evolution becomes a target for cursed spirit manipulation, right? Assimilates with people
more
aside from the
spirit
star
now.
plasma. Right.
Than human. Yeah.
Right. Okay. So 1 year ago, Geto died, obtains, and then Tengen gets, not Tengen, Kenjaku gets cursed spirit manipulation, absorbs Mahito, which gives idol transfiguration as well, which then leads to the making of the culling game, which is a warm-up assimilation to test out, I guess, some plan that they're doing. Turn mankind throughout all of Japan into sorcerers with idol transfiguration. Couldn't do that. Insufficient cursed energy. So then plan B was, all right, I can't do that, so I'll execute this culling game for some reason. The speculation is it's some kind of warm-up for a simulation, making modern sorcerers and sorcerers awakened or incarnation throughout idol transfiguration fight each other for some frickin' reason, but we don't know. And then absorbing Tengen with cursed spirit manipulation is part of the plan, which will allow assimilation with mankind and Tengen. And then is there anything down here? Right, which then leads to the evolution of mankind throughout all of Japan, which will then extend to the whole freaking world. Now, what that evolution is...
Okay.
We don't freaking know.
What's his face? Kenjaku doesn't even know himself.
Sure.
I think he's just...
that's a good point.
He just thinks... I know that something, incredible, cursed is maybe more the way I'd say it, will happen, but he doesn't know exactly. Yes.
Right. Yep. Right. Great freaking point. He did talk about that.
This dude is, again, from our perspective, he seems like the luckiest dude ever. Frickin' he found the spirit realm. He absorbed Mahito, which gave him frickin' idol transfiguration. He absorbed, or not absorbed, but he took over Geto, which gave him cursed spirit manipulation, all that stuff.
Yep.
But he's like tried twice already and failed.
Yep.
And he's been at it for thousands of years. So he's not the most lucky. He's just he's consistent. He's always there.
I would say he's not lucky at all. I would say the only time he's actually been lucky is when Toji showed up and killed the star plasma vessel. Right?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. He's not lucky because he's been at this for forever. Right? But it's like from our perspective, it's like, bro, you got all this now suddenly, after thousands of years.
After thousands of years, yeah. Yes. Because basically, he came up with the plan to do I can't kill Six Eyes, we'll put him in the prison, finally got the prison, and then executed the plan. Now, he got lucky a bit in the sense that Gojo was the maybe goofiest freaking Six Eye user, so he was easier to take down.
Yes.
Right? Yeah, so he was lucky in that sense. Okay,
and he was also the fact that he took over his best friend. And so he came out and he saw him and he froze. Gojo froze. He's like, what? No way. And that was the only requirement, right?
Yes.
He needed to stay in there for like 30 seconds or something.
That object for 1 minute, I believe it was.
Or 1 minute. Like that's what it was.
Yeah. And then as long as he stayed there within 1 minute, and that was enough for him to show up, shock him, and then kind of chat with him a little bit. And then it's like, time's up, bro. Now, there was something about all the memories flooding into Gojo's mind of the past that they experiences that Geto and has had with him. And that possibly contributed to the time. I don't know exactly how that works. It doesn't really make any sense to me. But regardless,
I think that was just him remembering. I think that was just a natural frick, what?
That time of thinking back was the real world time of him just kind of chilling there. Yeah, so that may be the case. So maybe just the way some people explained it was a little weird. Or maybe it has something to do. I don't know. Okay, that's crazy. Yeah. Okay, next is the culling game objective. So from idol transfiguration, they've made colonies, and then they have modern sorcerers, which is everybody that we know. There's incarnated sorcerers, which are the Sukuna-like objects that were fed to people that have now become vessels for these people. And then there's people who have had their curse techniques that have been in them but haven't awakened that have awakened. Those are the three categories of people. They're going to fight in accordance with the rules. The rules are going to force them to fight, That's going to stock up. Their fighting will stock up curse energy, which will cause this like thing, I guess, to sweep across the frickin' the whole of Japan sans Hokkaido up there.
Move the barriers. Yeah, use stocked up curse energy to move barriers designed to ferry the people of Japan to the other side. What does that mean?
The other side.
Clear on that.
I'm not 100%
They talked
clear.
about the bridge. Yeah, do you know where they talked about the bridge? It might be hard to go back and find.
The bridge is the bridge that Fushigiro's sister was at that caused her to become incapacitated, right? Because, but I'm not sure what like the other side. I'm not sure the nuanced details of this. So basically, it would cover everyone though, and I think this would allow. This is like the fulfillment of the plan, maybe.
I see. So this is why they're calling the culling games the warm-up. Because really, the point of it is to stock up the curse energy.
Yes, to get this like barrier across that connects everything, I guess, or moves, because then you can do turning everyone into sorcerers potentially, right? I think is the idea. Though we don't have all the details anyways in universe. So forced to go on the other side is cursed, which is the warm-up. Then activate the assimilation with Tengen, which would, I guess, affect everyone simultaneously.
Okay.
Right? So.
Got it.
Yeah. So, Itadori's friends missions. Free Gojo and rescue Tsumiki and other reluctant players. So, they've got to obtain the prison realm. Kenjaku possesses it, so that's kind of a non-starter. We don't even know where Kenjaku is. Tengen possesses the back door, which is actually just the craziest thing. Can't do anything without the front gate, so it's almost a non-starter. However, you can force it open by not the inverted spear of heaven, not the black rope, but through a person who has a technique that acts as a nullifying agent. That's so cool, dude. I gotta say, that's freaking so cool. Because it kind of makes sense. Like, there's probably objects that simulate curse techniques, so why wouldn't the opposite be the same? That there could be people who have curse techniques that objects have mimicked, right?
Yeah.
So, it makes perfect sense. And then we have consume 100 points to add a rule that allows people... So this would affect all colonies simultaneously then if the game is consistent across all colonies. They're not individualized.
Yeah, it's not per colony. True.
This would allow people to exit the game, right?
I have a fear that this is going to be akin to like a genie, right? Where they're like, make me a billionaire. And then like a side effect of that
you
is
mean
that
the monkey
suddenly...
paw.
Yes. Yeah. Well, like genies typically, right? They usually have like a little thing like, yo, you're a billionaire now. But because so much money was injected into the economy, the inflation shot up. And so now you're more like a millionaire, not really a billionaire, right? Kind of stuff like that. I have, a monkey's paw kind of thing. I have a fear that there's going to be, they're going to try and figure out, okay, what can we do? How can we prevent a loophole? But I don't know, man. I feel like there might be something. Hopefully not, but we'll see. We'll see what they do.
Yep. Persuade players with 100 points and no intention of adding a rule. Right. They could do it themselves, or they could, they could do it themselves. They can persuade a player with 100 points and someone who has no intention of adding a rule. They just have been killing. Right. That's an interesting angle to that, actually. Instead of killing someone else themselves, get someone else to do it as a potential.
That's a good point. That's what Fushigiro's thing. Yeah, he's like, I got an idea. It's like, that might work.
If there's someone who just goes around, like, because it's like this, right? Someone's going around, they're just enjoying killing. So they have 100 points. They have no plan to add any rules. They don't give a frick. If you go to them and say, listen, add a rule that allows people to voluntarily leave. That means that anyone who wants to fight is going to stay and fight you. And anyone who doesn't want to fight anyways, who wouldn't be fun to fight against, they could just leave. So it's a win-win for you, right? Kind of thing. I think that's the angle that you could go with that kind of thing. Yeah, so Gojo destroyed the frickin' spear, and then Miguel and Okotsu failed to find another one. It was gone.
The black rope.
Yeah, the black rope. And then at the end here, we have a curse technique that extinguishes all curse techniques, which is pretty freaking cool. And then this is going to happen in she's on the colony of the east side of Tokyo.
Looking at this like this, I bet you, I don't know for sure, right? But like trying to extrapolate, I bet you all of these like curse objects that can do curse techniques. Maybe not all of them, but I bet you some of them people were like, oh, bro, I wonder if we can like replicate your technique into an object, right? Like that's kind of
maybe that's
like I'm
where
trying
it
to
came
think like
from.
in a historical, yeah, exactly, in like a historical frame of mind. Like a
Sure.
lot of these things, some of them are just from pure imagination, but others are like, bro, I didn't know that was possible, but maybe we can like concentrate cursed energy in this way to like make that
Sure.
happen. Yeah.
100%. Very interesting. And then this is
Okay.
frick, I barely missed it. Hold on. I want to see what this top thing says. Each person's okay, this is whatever person's going to do. So Maki
Yeah.
is going to get some we'll bring this down just a little bit. Maki is going to retrieve some cursed tools. Fushiguro has become the head of the clan, which will allow them to do that. Then they're going to go to the vault because they're allowed to do that. And then they're going to meet up with Panda and then they're going to go to the game. Okotsu is going to go on ahead, gather information, and then participate in the game as he does. Itadori and Fushiguro are going to chill together, which
Go
Itadori didn't
Kinji.
want to do because Itadori's afraid of what Sukuna's going to do to Fushiguro. And Fushiguro was just like, bro, just avenge me. It's cool. And Itadori's like, no, that's kind of defeating the purpose of this whole thing. Yeah. So they're gonna get
little does he know, though, that the pact that he made with Sukuna prevents him from harming other people. That was one of the stipulations. He can come out, but he can't harm
for 1 minute.
But he was... Yeah, Yuji forgot that. That was like part of the whole pact. It's like he'd forget that, yeah.
Exactly. Okay, so then we have recruiting Kinji Hakari, okay, for the games. And then Yuki and Chozo are going to stay and guard Tengen.
Okay.
And then participate in the games, remain in the Tomb of the Star. Hopefully they'll be enough. And that's it. Holy frick, bro.
What a
it's
meaty
so much.
episode, dude. We're going to need to like print those out and like have them as like things
review
to like
them later.
re-reference.
Yeah, right.
Yes, exactly.
Maybe I'll make us some big screenshots and I'll screenshot the full things and I'll put them out for us and maybe we'll throw them out for people to check out. So, all right. Well, this was super freaking fun. Let's get to some comments.
Okay, let's do it.
Alrighty, I got a comment from Umeboshi2247 on YouTube. Yeah, pretty much spot on with the brain inhabiting Itadori's mom. Chozo thought it was Itadori's dad who got possessed by the brain. He told him that his father should have stitches on his forehead, but that's because Chozo's father is the evil ancient sorcerer Kamo, which we know now, who the brain also inhabited. But he's wrong. It was actually Itadori's mom who got possessed, which makes them blood-related brothers, right? They're half-brothers, I guess, kind of.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And if the brain took Itadori's mom to make the perfect vessel for Sukuna, they got their which is crazy. But my favorite part of the comment, they got their back blown out for the plot. The level of dedication is insane. Specifically, I picked this comment because that's a hilarious way to freaking put that. Absolutely hilarious. But that's a great point.
Amazing.
Making a perfect vessel for Sukuna. If that's the case, we don't know if that's necessarily the case of why Sukuna or why Itadori exists.
Yes, we don't know for sure, but it stands to reason that what's his face? Not Kamo. What's his like actual name?
Kenjaku.
Kenjaku wouldn't just possess Itadori's mom for no reason, right? There was something behind that. There's a reason why he wanted Itadori's dad, and he wanted specifically the body of Itadori's mom.
Yeah, well, we know that at some point Kamo was making the cursed womb things, right? But they were like failed experiments, ? So is Itadori, did Kamo find out?
Experiment.
Right, did Kamo find out that like the reason I can't make these, because like the original thing was Kamo got with a woman, but that like she, that was the whole of how they made these cursed womb people, right?
Yeah.
But is it in
maybe
fact
he thinks
that like I can't make this perfected vessel, right? Maybe that's true. Maybe that's what it is. He was trying to make a vessel for Sukuna the whole time and then realized I got to be a woman and because I've got to be the one that carries this vessel to be able to be powerful enough to be Sukuna's proper vessel.
But because he was infusing the fetuses, the little babies with blood, right? With cursed blood or something. Cursed
blood, right?
But if he's carrying the baby or then she or the brain at this point, the bro's like devoid of like humanity at this point. But it's his own blood or her own blood going through the baby
the entire time, right?
Yeah, but I wonder if there's something special about Itadori's dad as well. Because like if it was just a woman at any point, right? It had to be a combination, I'm sure. For sure. Yeah.
Absolutely. For sure, Itadori's dad is probably connected in some way to somebody, right? Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Like some ancestry that's really powerful, and so that he was selected just for this. Yeah, 100%. And the other thing is like, the one thing that I don't like, but like it is what it is it is certainly incredibly lucky that Itadori happened to eat Sukuna's finger, which was unrelated to any of this freaking stuff that happened. Like maybe Kamo, I guess Kamo, actually, now that I'm thinking about this, I'm working this out in my head. Kamo had Geto's body at the time that Itadori ate Sukuna's finger, which means that the spirit, the cursed spirit at the very beginning of the show was probably being controlled by Kamo that started this whole thing in the first place.
Could have been.
Because that's what was happening.
Like, who put the finger in his school in the first place?
That's a freaking great question.
Who put it there? His friend, he was in, what was it called? Like the occult club or something?
The occult club,
and and they were gonna like open whatever this thing is and all that stuff. But why was a cursed finger in some like random high school?
Yeah,
right? Like such a freaking insane.
That Itadori happened to be there.
Happened to be at, yeah.
And then information gets carried from Megumi to Itadori of like, hey, they're trying to eat this to power up, which plants the seed to Itadori. Okay, you eat this to power up. Well, we'll just see what happens now that I'm in a dire scenario where like I'm gonna die. I have no choice. I'm gonna eat this thing.
It's a risky calculation.
Yes,
but it's still like within reason that maybe this was the outcome. Right?
Sure.
Especially since he was so physically strong that it's unlikely that he would have gotten like killed from, physical damage or like going like blasting through a door and all that stuff. So yeah, I don't know, man. Kamo's freaking,
he's a clever guy.
Kenjaku, yeah.
He's freaking hella clever. And this
as the comment says, dedicated.
Dedicated. Oh boy. And it goes along with what Kenjaku was doing with planting Sukuna-like objects in other people. He has already been practicing doing this. This ain't his first freaking rodeo.
True. Yeah.
Right? Right.
That's a great point.
Yeah. This ain't his first. He's been... And it seems like, oh my gosh, there's so much more. It seems like Kenjaku has been testing this, making the perfect vessel, and then who made these freaking objects, these Sukuna objects, right? Maybe Kenjaku was working and perfecting, like testing, taking a sorcerer, trying to make these objects with a sorcerer. It's like, oh, this is good, but it's not good enough. Then eventually made one of Sukuna that was perfect because they'd been practicing, and then had to make the perfect vessel and then practice making that. So over the years, they've been practicing making the perfect objects and the perfect vessel so that Sukuna can potentially be reborn. Is Sukuna in on this? Because we know Sukuna's got his whole other thing going on.
Yes. Yeah, I wonder. Yeah, dude. Yeah, because I mean, what did he start doing first? He started the Curse of Wombs. That was like his first thing, right? So he started making
before that, I think before that was the objects, the sorcerer objects.
That's probably it.
Even before
and then
that,
he started realizing, bro, these people suck as vessels. They just die.
Yes.
Right?
And you know what? Sukuna probably got to the peak of his power. He was a human who became like the peak sorcerer, right? And he was like, he was the king of curses. But he hit a point where Sukuna was like, listen, I have hit the peak of my power. I'm unstoppable, but I need more. And then he knows Kenjaku, and Kenjaku maybe is like part of a bloodline who's like crazy powerful. And he's like, man, if only was you, Kenjaku, if only I had your power, then I could become more powerful. And then they hatch this plan of like, we'll figure out a way, then I'll make these like sorcerers into objects. They perfect that technique. They turn Sukuna into the fingers, which is like a perfect preservation of his power.
Yeah, because how did Sukuna die?
Exactly.
I thought it was like all the curse, all the
the
sorcerers
whole
had to go after him or whatever.
Combined against him and defeated him, and he was too powerful, so he had to get split up and sealed away. But maybe that was part of the plan.
Yeah, I was gonna say that sounds like such a mythical legend that it's totally ripe for being like a fake story.
Sure, 100%. And then Sukuna says, now you're gonna eventually figure out this technique where you're gonna make a more powerful human that has all your power and is just generally super powerful with this dense curse energy. And you're gonna feed those fingers to him, and I'm gonna become that freaking person. So I'll be even more powerful than I've ever been before. Bro, Kenjaku and Sukuna have been scheming.
Are in on this together? Yeah.
Yes.
That is very, very possible.
Holy frick, bro.
Because like, if all the sorcerers had come after Sukuna, and Kenjaku and him are on like the same team, let's just entertain that idea. I feel like the two of them together are unstoppable. So I don't necessarily buy that all the sorcerers could have taken them down. So it further enforces the point that that's like a fake legend that has been like passed down through time.
Or maybe Kenjaku has been hiding in Jujutsu society as like this brain person, unbeknownst to most people, right? It's possible that Sukuna, they hatched this plan and Sukuna died. He lost to them like on purpose. Like maybe he did actually get defeated. And then Kenjaku is in Jujutsu society and he's like, I'll take care of his body now, guys. Let me be the one to dispose of him. Right? And then he cuts up, he divides his power into the fingers and is like, oh, we had to divide his power up. He was too strong. So here's his pieces, right? I couldn't properly destroy him. Who knows what the frickin' backstory is there?
Yeah. Possibilities are endless.
Oh my gosh.
So then let's assume they free Gojo, because I think they will.
Yes.
But like,
is he powerful enough?
Then? Yeah,
is the strongest in history versus the strongest today kind of thing, right?
Yeah, like what he did say he's stronger than Sukuna. Like if him and Sukuna were to go at it 1v1.
That's what he said.
He was confident that he could
maybe
take out
Sukuna. Maybe he's overconfident. Sure, but maybe he's not. Yeah. Let's assume he's not. He knows what he's talking about. Maybe that Sukuna, he could have. But
the Itadori Sukuna,
the Itadori vessel enhanced body Sukuna, maybe not.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay. I don't know if we're cooking or burning right now. We're cooking or burning the kitchen down. The only thing I'm trying to fit into this theory is like, okay, how does pushing humanity forward, evolving humanity, like fit into all this, right? Like how is... Like, okay, I buy, like, I can see a future where or a potential where they're working together and trying to create a more perfect vessel, right? Does somehow, like, what is bringing everybody, merging everybody with Tengen so that everybody is everywhere and nowhere and, like, they're all one and all of the, what did she say? Like, all of the humanity's impurities... Oh, yes, that's how they create the curse energy. All the impurities get together and stuff. Or
would flood over the network,
go back to
basically.
That, is that what it was? Okay.
It would basically flood over the network, yeah. I mean, Sukuna's the king of the curses. If everything becomes curse, then he's the king of it all, is he not?
True.
Right? Or maybe Sukuna was frickin' bored. He was too powerful, so he just wanted to see what's going to happen if we do X, Y, or Z. Maybe Kenjaku is just doing the bidding of Sukuna to try and see what's next. I hit the peak of humanity. I'm going to have a peak new body too. Let's just evolve reality. Like, if I was this infinitely powerful being at the top of humanity, I'd be like, well, let's frickin' experiment and see what happens.
Yeah,
right?
honestly, that boredom factor, it would be so cool if that was something that an angle they took, because the
Yep.
boredom factor is not something that like, superhuman and superhero things really explore very often. The only two
Sure.
that I've seen, I'm sure there's more, but it's One Punch Man, and
Sure.
they kind of do it in like a comedic way. And then there's Dr. Manhattan, which does
Okay.
it in this like bored, existential crisis kind of way. It would be cool if Jujutsu Kaisen is another one of those, right? And they take
Yeah.
a different angle. That'd be cool.
He
I don't know.
does seem
We'll see what they
freaking
do.
bored all the time, man. Like
He does.
He's
Yeah.
constantly just
Yeah.
like this. He's just like sitting there being bored. He's just waiting for his plan to
And-
be fulfilled.
He fought Jogo and Mahogara. I think it's
Mahogara, something like that. Yeah.
something like that. Yeah.
Yep.
Purely for fun.
Really
It's like,
for
all right,
fun.
let's see what you guys got. Yeah,
That
and
was
he's like,
his idea.
if you,
That's a great point. That was his idea for fun with Jogo. Was just like let's play around
he's
a
like,
little bit. This will
you
be fun.
land one hit on me, I'll do whatever you want, bro. And yeah,
And he couldn't.
So-
he couldn't even. Jogo was crazy strong.
yeah.
Yeah.
Dang, dude. Okay,
So-
so yeah, maybe that's the angle. Maybe it's
Maybe.
boredom, and he wants to just push everything forward. Please. That would be such a cool freaking line
Wouldn't it?
of
Wouldn't
plot
it?
line to explore.
Yes. Then
Dang.
the question is, why is so we got everything generally in place, but the question now is, why does he need Fushiguro?
True.
Why?
Yeah, he wants something with
why
that.
is Fushiguro so important to this thing? Because he can summon Maharaga Haga, whatever the frick? Is that why?
Yeah, that's a good question. I wonder. So we know that his power is he can have how many of those spirits is it that he can have? Like
He's
up
got
to like
10 of them.
or something.
He could, yeah,
10.
there's 10 to summon. It's kind of like the technique has like a slot amount for 10 of them. And they're always the same 10.
Is it always the same 10?
Yeah, it's
or
always the
is
same
it-
10.
Okay. My theory for a moment, but it sounds like I'm wrong, was that like, okay, there's like an exponential doubling of strength. And so you start with like the little freaking bird, and then you go to the dogs or whatever, right? And you'd like
Right.
go up in strength. But because no one has conquered Mahogara,
Right. There
Yeah, the
could be an
10th
11.
there could be an 11th, and then the 10th one, if you conquered the 11th, the 10th one disappears from your possession. And so you can only have 10 at a time. But his curse technique is able to somehow absorb through the universe and create some sort of spirit. And so maybe that's why, because they know that he has the potential to innately evolve cursed spirits or whatever. Whereas like others, we have to go through this whole rigmarole of whatever this whole thing is to push humanity forward. Somehow he has like an innate ability to push cursed spirits forward. I don't know.
Sure.
Sounds like I'm wrong, but that was the theory that came to my mind when you said
it's
that.
quite the extrapolation, but you're not. I think you're on the right track though, because it makes me think that maybe you don't lose the 10th one when you get access to the 11th, because maybe the
maybe.
11th one is so much more powerful than the 10th that like it doesn't even matter if you have the 10th one, because the 11th one is just crazy. So like at that point, it's
Yeah.
just wild. Or so like maybe there could be since the 10th has never been defeated. You might be right.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, is a pretty compelling. There could be an 11th. They just nobody knows yet, right?
Just
So
don't
maybe
know, yeah.
Sukuna wants that potentiality of like, well, we can tame this 10th to get to the 11th, and it'll just keep going. Or as an alternative, it's possible that like all of the techniques that we know right now are just like, let's call them just basic curse techniques. And one day, if humanity evolves, Sukuna's theory is that all techniques that we know of become the advanced versions. And so actually now instead of 10, there's 20 freaking monsters that you could get access to, kind of thing. Maybe that's his plan, right?
Dang.
And like that technique
Yeah.
especially, he wants to see how it evolves, because not even Sukuna knows, right? Or maybe maybe Sukuna could do it for techniques that he owns, right? Because he had like the fire, but he's like, this fire's different fire than yours, Jogo, because maybe this is advanced curse technique fire, right? Maybe this is like he could advance his own, but he doesn't have access to anyone else's, so he couldn't advance that. So he wants to advance everyone in humanities to then see what people do. Then that would all, the tide rises all boats. Everyone gets freaking curse technique advanced style. Maybe then Sukuna is able to advance himself to an even higher level. Maybe that's the plan, right?
Yeah, maybe he gets, because Itadori's body would be part of this whole thing.
Sure,
right?
100%.
The thing is covering all of Japan.
Yep.
Okay.
Man. Holy fuck, dude.
Again, I don't know. We burnt the house down, or if we cooked the freaking Michelin star meal here.
Yeah, we have cooked exactly. We cooked the finest meal, or we have just made a black hole freaking of our meal. That's crazy.
Yes. Yeah.
So, anyways,
okay.
Thanks for that comment. The comment section became another discussion just in and of itself.
Yes. Well, yes. Thank you very much. My comment is also from YouTube, and it is from Alex V_9, and it's spelled ALXV_9. And it was about a question we had, right, when we were watching last episode. And it says, the sorcerers classified as special grade 1 are not actually special grade like Gojo, Gedo, Yuta, and Yuki. This is an inaccurate translation from the manga and anime. The correct translation would be exceptional first grade. Explanation: while the kanji toku functions as a technical prefix to indicate something special, as the term special grade, the word, I'm probably going to butcher this, but tokubetsu acts as an adjective. Oh, really? Okay, nice. Yeah, indicating that something belongs to an existing level, but under an exceptional condition or distinction that sets it apart from the ordinary. That's why the accurate translation would be exceptional first grade. So these are I'm assuming they're like right on the border of special grade,
if it's like
but not
grade
quite
1, exceptional grade 1, special grade.
Special grade, yeah, and they're lacking power or something to go over. But thank you for that clarification.
Yes,
this is a great comment because it answered our question. It doesn't probably spark a gigantic 2-hour-long discussion, but very good nonetheless.
But it's very nice though. I also actually checked another subtitling of the episode, and it was the exact same thing that they did for the other one. So I don't know like what the deal is with that. Like both different subs had the same thing, so I don't know if it was an anime mistake, but it seems weird that the anime would make such a mistake like that. But I don't know. Maybe they both decided that's how they were going to translate it, and they both made that mistake, and it should have been translated to exceptional first grade instead of special first grade because there's too much overlap with special grade. So I don't know, but very excellent clarification, super helpful. Yeah.
Yes.
So
thank you. Well, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I know we went all over the place in this reaction, but that's what you get when you watch the Anime Club.
That's right.
Exactly. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Like Graham said, right now we have our premium voting going on. So check out the Patreon if you're a Patreon member, or check out the Discord if you're a YouTube channel member. Check those out as well if you want to see our other stuff, not the live stuff, but our other stuff 2 weeks ahead of time. Check out our playlists to see the other stuff we've reacted to. But with that, we'll see you guys next week.
See everybody.
Take care.